Welcome to Planet Pluto.
Bravo, bravo, bravo. Whoop, whoop. Tango, tango, tango. Hey, hey. What's happening, blacks? How you guys doing out there in these social media streets? Y'all know who it is, right? It's me, your homegirl, Ladosha, right? AKA Lolo. And then right over there, I got my one nail polish. This is going to be my signature look. I'm going to keep my one pointer finger for the hair oracle, Cheryl, Morrow, who, by the way, can I put just a little bit of your business out here in these YouTubes and Facebook and Instagram streets before we get just a little bit of your business? Cheryl, like just to tell her my business. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna put a little bit of the Cheryl business out here in the streets, okay? So I was at work today, doing my thing, y'all. What's up? I'm gonna say shout out. Just hold on, let me tell y'all my little story. Wait, hairstylists, we always got stories, right? So Cheryl has sent us some new stuff to try. Cheryl, little test this out, RDT. And so I put it on the hair, and she said, "Oh, look at my, oh, this is nice." Like the Tiffany hat is showing them, right? And I said, "You like it?" She's like, "Oh, yeah, look at my hair. This is nice." I said, "Well, that's Cheryl's. She's got some new stuff she's working on. She wanted to try it out." She says, "You know what? She really is the hair oracle." And me and Chrissy was like, "You think?" She was like, "Oh my goodness." So I got on the phone because I was just going to tell Cheryl the story, but y'all know me, I'm a typical Scorpio. I don't want people to think I be lying and stuff because they say Scorpios lie all the time. I'm not one of those lying ass Scorpios. I just wanted to put that out there. So I just wanted to prove before it got started. I said, "Cheryl, could you hold on for a minute?"
Oh God!
What time I call you up? What time was that your time?
It could have been around 11ish.
11ish, yeah. No, it was 10. No, it would be like 7 because it was 10 our time. So you
right.
That's 7 California time. I'm like, well, Cheryl wake up at the crack of dawn.
I do.
I thought I was doing something, LB. I thought I was waking her up, but she was like, "Hey, And so I put the customer on the phone, and she wanted Cheryl to know that she truly is the hair oracle. So we do have some wonderful products that we're trying out. And I'm telling y'all right now, hey, Luana, LB, let me just tell y'all, chat, what's up? Wait a minute, I missed somebody. They came through. Madam Flair, you saw my, was that you who talked about my little earrings in my little short? I'm gonna tell you right now, this product is off the Richter scale. Soon as she give me permission to go full throttle, you know what I'm gonna do, right? I'm gonna be like DMX, Luana. Y'all gonna make me act a fool. I'm gonna have the mic up in here. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here. One more verse. Hey, y'all gonna make me go all out up in here. Cause Cheryl,
appreciate it.
That product. Listen, this is the last one about this product, y'all. This product was so good. So you gotta say how good it was. Okay, let me start over. Yeah. This product that Cheryl sent us was so good.
How good was it?
Hey, y'all remember Sabrina, who we interviewed last week, who just graduated from cosmetology school and talked about she wanted to open her own hair salon, and she gave you her journey through school, and now she's at the RDT hair salon. As soon as she tried it, she was like this. Here she go, Wiki. Look at this. Look at it. Look at this right here. Place that order right. Go ahead on the order. Here I am thinking, see, this is what Cheryl and I are talking about.
Yeah.
We are 72 episodes in. We're talking about, are you tired of those natural hair education requirements? So here's what we're talking about. The young people have to lead the way. So here I am thinking I'm the salon owner, manager, you know, whatever title they want to give us this year. And the young girl let me know. I said, well, after everybody tries it, then we're going to take a vote. She was like, no, ma'am. What you're going to do, you're going to place that order right now. I'm telling y'all, it was that good. So you guys stick around because Cheryl truly has something. Hey, Selena was the first person in the hair salon to buy your products. Okay, here she is right here, Cheryl. Selena AG. I hope I'm saying it right. I know I'm saying it wrong, Selena. Aggie, AG, just correct me, okay?
Hey, just say hey. Just
Selena, I can say it. I can say it. Once she tell me when I see her in person, then she gonna tell me how to. So you can call me up right now on my phone. I got my phone right here, Selena, and just say it real fast, and I'll pronounce it because you know she all up in my business. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, so she was the first person to buy the Morrow oil shampoo, and when she don't have it, she be ready to drive all the way back home. So, Selena, I'm telling you right now, she got something wonderful. Y'all best to get ready, okay?
thank you.
And then
So
we got Theo is in the Trish. This is Trish. I love you, Trish. Trish. That's my girl right there. We got Theo, fellow cosmetologist in the
building. In the building.
Okay, here you go, Madam Flair. Break it down for him. Never too old to learn, never too young to teach. And I'm telling y'all, if y'all gonna be out here in these salon streets, you guys have to get ready because the new cosmetologists, they have something totally different in mind when it comes to working together as a team. You know, not in a disrespectful kind of a way, but she was very adamant. Like, we are not about to do this whole, I like majority vote rules, but she just knew that everybody was going to like it. So here I go, Madam Flair, here I go. I was at the shampoo ball maybe an hour or two later, you know. So I said to Kendra, Kendra, did you get a chance to try the new product that Cheryl sent? Kendra was like, girl, yeah. I said, did you like it? She was like, I loved it. Here goes Sabrina. Theo. She was looking like, oh, so you don't trust me? To your point, Madam Flair. She was just looking at me like this. Oh, so when I said it, it was like, okay, you're going to patronize me and order the product. Listen, girl. I love young people. She was just like,
I do.
She was like, that is so, I mean, honestly.
Political. You're so political.
You know, you old people. Y'all just, old people. Y'all just got to get it together. What's going on, FIC Studio in session? Joanne Hall. I am just key for what's going on Instagram. Y'all always come through for us. And then, of course, over here, who we got over here in these YouTube streets? Of course, we got our home girl, Real Roots. Don't forget, I got you, Real Roots. Check it out. Check out Real Roots TV Sunday at 9 o'clock over on Instagram. Holla at your girl. Drop that link. Drop that. Boom. Drop your IG handle in the chat so I can put it up here. All right. So we got Real Roots. That's Yate is in the chat. All right. So yeah, she's got it going on. That's a wonderful podcast. It's all about female barbers. Okay. So you guys do not want to miss that. I know it looked like me and Cheryl the only people out here who care about the industry, but it ain't us, It's not just us. So as a matter of fact, Cheryl, let's do a little shameless plug right quick about what we're doing. This is the Barber and Beauty Collective, all right? So Cheryl and I have been invited to be a part of the Barber and Beauty Collective, which we're so proud to be part of, all right? Absolutely. And so the Barber and Beauty Collective has reached out and said, hey, Ladosha, you want to host an event in your city? And I was like, did someone say party? Did someone say party? And there it is. Techno. Y'all see that? Y'all like the way they put that together? Techno. It's the industry fête du jour. That means day party in French. As Esther, our virtual de facto producer, that's right, Esther. She usually pops in on us. Okay, check. She has a YouTube channel. Did you know that, Cheryl?
Who?
Esther.
No.
Y'all better go check out our de facto producer,
Now.
Esther T. Jones has a YouTube channel. Okay. So y'all go ahead on and check her out. But she knew what fête du jour meant. Other people did, but she came through so eloquently. Okay. So the industry fête du jour, salon, tools, and tech set. So all we're gonna do, guys, is get together, listen to some music, chill, feature a tool, and just have a good time. Are we selling anything, Cheryl?
No.
No, we're not selling anything. Are we teaching anything here?
We are highlighting and showcasing.
They're just going to highlight and showcase. It's a true day party. It's just going to be real sexy. We're going to get us some little t-shirts. The RDT going to serve up the little, it's got to be healthy. It has, because I'm going to tell you right now. Hold on. I'm not going to hide this woman right here. Y'all see this woman right here? Dr. Joy Scott. She is the official health and wellness nutritionist of Planet Pluto Pseudo right here on Afro Hair Science YouTube channel. She's with us the first Thursday of every month. Okay, so she's going to be back with us next as February the 6th. So save the date, okay? Because she got us out here really thinking differently as professionals as to how we should be eating, drinking, living, thinking, pooping. Remember, she said, get your boo-boo on.
That's right.
Y'all better get that boo-boo. Y'all don't be acting all bougie. Get on that toilet. Do y'all what y'all got to do. Handle your business.
That's right.
All right. Don't be scared to boo-boo. Get your boo-boo on, because you're going to be smart like me and Cheryl. Look. We're pretty smart for some shitters, We're pretty cute for some shitters, okay? So you don't want Dr. Joy to get into your butt, no pun intended, all right? So save the date. She's going to be here back with us every first Thursday of every month. She started us off on the new year. And so she's going to be with us. She kicked it off. She kicked it off so good. Y'all was like, she needs to be on here all the time. So y'all just took a day from me and Cheryl. We was all like, excuse us, you know what I'm saying? Anywho, so the industry fête du jour is going to be the last Sunday of every month at the RDT Hair Salon. This is in partnership with Beauty Under One Roof and Schoolhouse Productions. I'll get a new flyer up there. You don't need to RSVP. Just show up, come hang out. It doesn't cost anything. Cheryl said we're not going to be trying to sell y'all nothing. So just come on, get y'all cousins to come and hang out. It's for the industry. It's time for us to get together. As Madam Flair says, it's never, what you say again? It's never too old to learn and never too young to teach. So what better way to do this than to demonstrate it, all right? And if you want to copy this in your city, we'll send you over. You got to become a part of the Beauty and Barber Collective. Sure can tell you about that, but we can share this. We have no problem. It's just a get together. It's just love, 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 okay? Oh, look at that. Here we go. Well, Gina, we got Atlanta's in the house.
Hey, happy Thursday. Hey,
so you got to see this fool over on TikTok. She in the hospital doing a TikTok dance with her scrubs on. I said, look at this Muslim. Yeah, Muslims get down on TikTok, okay? She's a good Muslim. I always call her a good Muslim, okay? She's a wonderful. If you're assalamu alaikum to all my Muslim peoples in the house.
Hey.
Yes. Every time I come to Atlanta, she takes me to the masjid, like, come on, Dosha. Come on, get that together. Yeah. So we're gonna have a wonderful show tonight. We're going to be talking about are you tired of the natural hair education requirements? Remember, this month is all about the barber and beauty school experience. We had Katiana. And remember, you can follow her over on Instagram, which a lot of you did go and follow her. So she's over on Instagram, and oh my gosh, she was just so dynamic. When I let my hair grow back, I am going to go up to the school, and I asked her if she would cut my hair. She said she would. So as soon as it gets a little fuzzy, I'm going to go up there. I'm going to call if I need to make an appointment. I don't want to just be bum rushing the show. You know what I'm saying? And then we came back through. and we had Sabrina.
Yes.
And so now we're going to go ahead on and wrap this up, and we're going to
Tell
talk
Sabrina
about.
I says hello and thank you.
I will. And we're going to talk, we're going to conclude this because now, I don't know if you guys are aware, but there are 3 states in the United States when it comes to cosmetology education. That would, the first state would be Louisiana. The second state would be New York. And then California is the last state to require cosmetologists schools to teach about natural hair. Maybe I should find an image on that, huh? All right.
How about the just some kind? We don't know what kind.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead, Cheryl.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying it's a blanket statement. Just natural hair. We don't know what that comprises of.
Oh, I went digging. You know me. And I went digging. I did. I found some. I did. In New York. I gotta put the natural hair education in New York cosmetology schools. I gotta put that down because this is the thing. We're gonna talk about this tonight. Is if they have cosmetology schools, right, Cheryl? Then I'm a little confused as to how they are gonna do this natural hair education. You see, that's it's just yeah. So we're gonna go ahead. What you say, Cheryl?
I don't believe they never specify that. Who defined that? Who?
Well, let me put it up just so everybody. I want everybody to be on the same page. Oh, we got a new Taylor. The cutie pie is back. There she is. Hey, Taylor, look at she like. Y'all want none of that cuteness? Make sure y'all go follow these people on right here on YouTube. So go check out Taylor Hatley, okay? And then my brother ain't got nothing on his YouTube channel. But y'all go over there. Hey Mo, that's my big bro. Mo Cheeks is in the house. He got Netflix, so I'm about to go over his house and we're gonna be watching movies. He got the best jar. He got candy on the table. I ain't gonna lie. Every time I go to my brother's house, I just be raiding it. Like, I know he like, Dosha, why you just cannot just give one piece of candy? Because I'm ghetto like that, you know. So yeah. So one day the last time I was over there, you know what he told me to do, Cheryl? Just take the whole damn bowl. He said you so greedy. Just take the bowl.
Okay, so AI has just put in what is natural hair education, and it has.
Hold on. Okay, here we go. Keep talking, but just so you guys can see what we are talking about, go ahead, Cheryl. Take it away.
No. AI has it. It just says natural hair education is the study of natural hair care, styling, and product development. It can include learning about hair structure, scalp care, and how to style different textures.
It can.
And what is taught is the hair structures of all types, scalp care, braiding, product development, hair disorders, and salon design. Where can you learn natural hair education? Natural Hair Care Institute, Natural Hair Education, Pivot Point, Creative Hair.
Is it? Girl, I know you ain't tell me Pivot Point that got in on a natural hair. You know what?
They scavengers.
When Pivot Point get in on something, y'all best to watch out. Pivot Point don't care nothing about no Afro hair. Sorry, Pivot Point. I don't know Pivot Point. Anywho, I would love to get some of these people on our discourse. I don't think they can handle us, but we ain't gonna hate. Big ups to Pivot Point. They get an E for effort, I guess.
Whatever.
Whatever. We're just some haters. Haters gonna hate. Ballers gonna ball. Hold them accountable is gonna call. Ain't that right? We're gonna hold them accountable, okay? But we need to kind of take a deeper dive because let's see what the chat has to say. Can you repeat that natural hair education again? And then I'm going to play a clip with a school that is promoting a natural hair school. And I just want to see what the chat has to just in your own opinion, what do you think natural hair consists of out of what natural hair school education
Mm.
consists of outside of what Cheryl says? So, Cheryl, as you talk, I'm going to write them down. Can you repeat what AI, this is according to AI, which is
What does natural hair education cover?
number one?
Okay. Hair types and structure. Learn about the different hair types and how to identify them. Scalp
Okay.
care. Scalp care. Shampoo and conditioning, styling, hair products, infection control, salon design. Now it said
Didn't they mention hair? Did they mention disorders?
no.
Okay. So here we
Now,
go.
where you can learn about natural hair education. This one's gonna get you. You ready?
Okay. Now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 learning objectives that you're gonna get.
Areas. Right.
Okay. And then you said, where can you get this at?
Natural Hair Care Institute. What is
Where's
that?
that located?
Natural Hair Education Podcast.
Podcast? Shit. Oh, I'm sorry. We got flagged. We about to start us a natural hair school right here on Planet Pluto.
It says Natural Hair Education offers online certification programs and a podcast. I don't know who that is. I don't know who natural. It says, where can you learn about natural hair education? Natural Hair Care Institute, Natural Hair Care Education.
I found it.
Yeah, it has a link, and then Creative Hair School of Cosmetology, and then it says Milady.
Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. We done found it. We about to get jiggy with it, okay? Before I do that, I know I hear you, Wike. Wike said hit the thumbs up button because order another round. It's about to go down. All right. So I'm going to show this clip about a natural school, and then I'm going to show a link that Cheryl just gave us, the Natural Hair Care Institute. All right. So here's this video inviting you guys to attend a natural hair school. All right. Very excited. I kind of liked her. She was very enthusiastic. Here she goes.
Hi guys, have you heard about the new program at T-Spa? Well, let me tell you all about it. It is natural hairstyling. This course is 15 weeks and it's part-time. It is so important to learn about natural hair. We do weaving, braiding, and locks. It's important to be your natural self. So embrace it and come to T-Spa, baby. Apply at tspabuffalo.com to learn more. And I can't wait to see you here. I'll be here.
All right. My computer was saying we had some issues with that. Could y'all hear it?
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay. All right. Okay. So that's T-Spa. I don't know where it's located, but y'all know I get all my stuff off
Buffalo.
TikTok.
Buffalo.
Which, by the way, I'm glad it's back up. I know y'all like whatever. I like TikTok. Okay.
Oh, she said Buffalo.
Oh, Buffalo. It's called Pay Attention. Okay. So T-Spa Natural Hair School is located in Buffalo. Her emphasis on their school was weaving, braiding, and locks. Okay. So that was her emphasis. So Cheryl, you were going to so we asked the chat outside. Here we go, guys. Outside of these points, this is what Cheryl said. AI is saying this is what you can expect to learn when you go to a natural hair school. You're going to learn hair types and structures. You're also going to learn shampoo and conditioners. You're going to learn how to style. You're going to learn about the products. You're going to learn about infection and control. And you're going to learn about salon design, like how to design. So let's see. Taylor Ladosha's Natural Hair School. Great. Nobody gonna come to my natural hair school. That's cute though. Okay, so let's see. What do you guys think outside of those areas would a natural hair school teach? So she said she guessed. Here we go. Here we go. She said she guessed California did this in response to a perhaps small group of hairdressers who were only taught to slap the creamy crack in everyone's hair. Ooh, she got saucy. All right, come on, give it up for Tay. I see y'all better speak y'all piece up in here. This is a discourse. Don't be scared. Nah, come on. She said that's all they teach. You know, just don't put the relax on that. That's what they're probably more than likely teaching is leave them chemicals alone because you got an alternative. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. All right. Let's see. Any other comments? Come on, y'all. Don't be scared. We need to get this discourse. Oh, shoot now. My boss that came through. What's up, boss? Drop them L's in the chat. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. AI and natural hair does that compute? Oh, ooh, they get saucy. Y'all ain't sure they ain't messing with us tonight. They coming through like not Bernie Mac. What's his name? He passed over. What's his? Oh man, what's his name? Oh, he said, "I ain't scared of you, mother." What was his name?
Bernie Mac. I mean,
it was Bernie Mac. Yeah, that was Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac said, I ain't scared of you, mother. They ain't scared of us, Rashida. They not scared, okay? All right. And Wike said, that's awesome. Thanks for expounding on that. School should teach how to style natural hair additionally. Okay. Here's what Trish, the natural, says. She went to cosmetology school that actually taught the traditional curriculum in addition to natural hair care. So she went to cosmetology school and they said, girl, we're going to teach you all this stuff. Okay. We ain't about to split it up. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. But before we move on, I just want to prove a point. Now remember, I did put this thing up here, right? We got our little, what you call these things, graphics, right? Mm-hmm. And it has, here's Cheryl's aunt. Here's our official, Dr. Joy Scott. She is the official health and wellness nutritionist here on the Afro Hair Science YouTube channel. She's on the first Thursday of every month here on Planet Pluto Pseudo. Remember, she talked about turmeric, and I was like, I'm not doing it, y'all. And my boss was all in the chat. Oh, you're going to do it. You're going to do it. And so I'm not lying, y'all. I cannot make this stuff up. Trish, my boss then came up to my job with a concoction. Now, this is the second batch, all right? So I know she like, oh my, I told her I was going to do this. And I even told Cheryl. So the crew saw, this is how down, hey, where'd she go? Where my homegirl at when she said you never too young to old, too young, whatever that was.
Madam Flair.
Madam Flair. Okay, so but Madam Flair, here you go, Madam Flair. Madam Flair, rock this out with me. So you're never too old to learn, never too young to teach, right? So she left this. She had a nice little mason jar, right? So when I tried it, everybody in the salon was like, we want to try it too. So everybody in the salon, to your point, Madam Flair, this is how it happens. Now, remember, this was fueled by Dr. Joy Scott, who Lavina was telling me this before your aunt came on, but I didn't want to listen to my boss because she's from the islands, and y'all know how them islands people are, So, anywho, they always want to be natural, okay? So, anywho, so she made us some. So, I told her that I was going to go live. I even told Cheryl, and I'm going to try this. I've been taking it every morning. And here's my tablespoon. And I wanted to show you guys that, to Madam Flair's point, you're never too old to learn, never too young to teach, because Dr. Joy got us together. So here I am with my turmeric. Tastes like poison. But you know what? For my health, and so I won't get in trouble. Hey, boss, how you doing? Ooh, and it's hot. It's hot, okay? And of course, sure, the young people was like, that is not hot. Me and Chrissy was like, woo, it's hot. It's got garlic. my breath be stank. I had to go get some. Oh man, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you all the truth. As much as that shit work. Okay, y'all better listen to Dr. Joy Scott, because when y'all get a ghetto, a hood rat chick like me to try some damn turmeric, and I don't even know what else she got in here. Who knows what's in here? But I don't care. I'm gonna go ahead and you drink yours too.
Well, yeah, I drink mine at night because I like a nice, good, flat stomach. I like to feel energized, and I also like to feel just light, right? And so I take mine at night, right? So let me tell Lavina, this is what I do. Put me a little paprika, cayenne, turmeric, right? And a little bit of nutmeg, a lot of clove, and some cinnamon and black pepper. Some wonderful spring water, bam, with a little bit of honey, some lemon. Keeps you on the road, baby.
She had me make that one night. Take it to the head, y'all. So I'm getting gangstered out here, y'all, with these health nuts. Good Lord. Hey.
Let me just say this. I like to eat. And if you like to eat, you got to take your turmeric, you got to take your cocktail, right? And you got to do a little movement, because I like to eat. All right. I'm a foodie.
So she said turmeric has anti-inflammatory properties. Now, I don't know all of this, but you guys keep dropping your knowledge in the chat. I'm new to the turmeric cocktail. Cheryl is always introducing me to stuff. She had me do the vinegar with the cayenne pepper, and oh Lord, yeah, this stuff is nice.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys, in other words, be on the lookout on February the 6th, as we have Dr. Joy on. Okay. So anyhow, Lavina, I did that. I just wanted to tell. I told her it was going to be going down. Okay. So, and thank you, Taylor, for dropping some knowledge as well. You said drinking Ladosha is good for me, girl. It's so damn nasty. And I did not. If y'all smell my breath, y'all would be like, "Girl, get away from that microphone." But anywho, so here we go. So let's take a little bit. We digress just a little bit. Back into the topic of: are you tired of this natural hair education requirements? Because there are a lot of people that feel like natural hair education is like a bunch of malarkey. So here we have actually Louisiana was the first state to require natural hairstylists to have education. So here you have the Institute for Justice that's pretty much saying that this is a crock of poo. So as we take a deeper dive into the natural hair education requirements for cosmetology, now they haven't gotten into the barber schools just yet. But right now it's just cosmetology. How many people agree with the Institute for Justice that this natural hair education is a bunch of malarkey? Okay, so let's see what we got going over on Instagram. Instagram is on fire. My beauty is my beauty. We got Kafele. What's up, Kafele? We got I think that's Kyle's Cosmetology by Michaela. What's happening? And again, FIC Studio Sessions, Joanne Hall, and I'm just Key 4. What's up, Instagram? What do you guys think? Do you think that Louisiana is correct? That's the Institute for Justice, by the way, that says Louisiana is full of poo for saying that you need this natural hair education and then you need this natural hair styling license. So how many people agree with the Institute for Justice? Cheryl and I came up with the bet with them down in, what was we at again?
Atlanta,
yes. Woo! Cheryl lit that man up. He stood up out that chair. He wanted to knock Cheryl upside her. So they are anti-licensure, period. Mm-hmm. That particular situation, they want to get rid of those cosmetology licenses. They said, y'all, all this got to go. So here we are right here. But Cheryl said, nope, shut them down. Shut them down. There she is in the back. We got them. So anywho, let's see what the chat says. How many people agree with the Institute for Justice? Absolutely, positively, no education for this natural hair thing. They consider it an impediment to employment, and that it's just in the way. Okay, so let's see. We have one here. Lawana says, no, I think students should also be educated to take care. Okay, so you're like, okay, as well as chemically treated hair. Okay, all right. So, no, y'all better get that education. All right. Next up, California saves the day, first with the Crown Act and then with the natural hair education requirements. So, Taylor, I take it you're from California. All right. So, all right, we got one that says, no, I don't agree. Education. Oh, you don't agree with the Institute for Justice. Education is needed and is a key to success in the field. Okay. All right, sure. Okay. So they are for this education. Hold on. Let's see. We're going to go a little bit more further and kind of go into what education is. If you're putting your hands on someone, you do need some education. All right. So YouTube is unanimous. You need education. It cannot just, oh, Madam, we could just count on Madam Flair. It cannot just be, she says no shampooing, no care, just braids. Okay, let me hop back over to Instagram right quick. Okay, Instagram is a little shy. It's okay, Instagram. You guys can answer it a little bit later. So now, sure, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a image of some natural. This is outlined in Louisiana's cosmetology board, because now remember, Louisiana passed a law that says you have to learn how to do natural hair in school. So not only do you have to have the license, but now the cosmetology schools has done what a lot of people in the chat are saying: just put it in the cosmetology curriculum and cut this fragmenting. I'm sorry, out. So here it goes, Cheryl. Now this is in Louisiana. So California may have something different. New York may have something different. But in Louisiana, when you are in cosmetology school, this is officially included into the curriculum. So now you're going to get a history overview. You're going to get ancient origins of braiding, traditional multicultural braid styles, the multicultural American hair experience. Cheryl's face. Bacteriology and sanitation. Let me just, you get types of bacteria, growth and reproduction of bacteria, prevention of infection, use of antiseptics, disinfectants, okay, client consultation, hair types and hair structure, scalp diseases and disorders, and then last but not least, you will learn about shampoos, conditioners, treatments, and uses of synthetic hair. Okay. So Cheryl, now before you critique this, Cheryl,
Okay.
how does I'm gonna enlarge this so you guys can see it. Now remember, this is not.
Can you see it?
I just want to bring it up, just because some people's screen may not do it. Okay, here we go. There you are. There you have it. This is their outline of their curriculum, and this is contains 500 hours. So this is within the structure. So they're not tacking on anything more. They're just saying from now on, everybody gonna learn this. Okay. So Cheryl, what ye say, and then I'm gonna give my 2 cents. But
okay, let's go by one by one.
Okay, and if you guys have something to say about this curriculum for natural hair, feel free. This is a discourse, all right? We're not trying to get y'all to, anywho. Go ahead, Cheryl, take it away.
Okay, so we're going to go one by one?
However you want to do it.
Yeah, and so let's just do number one, a history overview, in my opinion. To me, that's disingenuous. I will say
Because
well, there the history of what though, in my opinion, because I can tell in the B and the C, they're putting it in a multicultural package. And so when you go to the history overview, I don't know if that goes to Africa, which would you be getting into the African American Studies department, which I think that is disingenuous. I don't think if that's not taught by a hair historian. I'm not talking about multicultural because, of course, if you get into the cultural thing, then, of course, in my opinion, you just intersect culture with styling. And it really, in my opinion, does not historically address Black people in North America. And that is what we actually need to cover, in my opinion. Go ahead.
okay. Okay, so she's saying basically this history would not be authenticated via cosmetology school because a historian should be covering this, but preferably you feel like from
Not a history of the vast culture, history of
braiding,
hair
right?
in America from not a mix, not a cultural perspective. Because of course we want that should tell the history of why cosmetology didn't it should go into the socialness of how and why we're now doing this in 2024 and 2025. I want it to go into the socio political ramifications of why we're just now getting to the, because you have to teach it as it applies to their understanding, white people's understanding, Mexican people's understanding of what happened, of what we're talking about now, not braids in Europe in the 1700s. Not that really is something that you can learn online. That is
So you don't think the letter C what letter C encompass where it says the multicultural American hair experience? Might they say that there?
But multicultural has nothing to do with hair. Is not multicultural.
I don't like these multicultural words either.
Well, because let me just say this: when you guys put in natural hair, because natural hair is only 25 years old, so a historical overview, in my opinion, is disingenuous. But since 25 years ago, you put in natural hair in Google, you're going to see darker skin, darker hued people. When you put in curly hair, which is what they avoided in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, that is owned by biracial people and white and Europeans. You understand, guys? But Black people only have curly hair, but Black people do not own the image of curly hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Curly hair again is the standard for curly hair is a white and black is a white girl and a white boy.
Yeah. I just think if you're gonna teach for real, for real. I mean, at
That's
this
also the
point,
history overview. I don't trust them. I know that they're not going to really get into the hammer and nail of the historical experience of Afro textured hair, Afro curly hair in North America or in the Western Hemisphere.
we got Taylor. See, I'm telling you now, this is why I love this. Hey, this is why this is America's favorite podcast about Afro hair. You should see this comment right here. I'm gonna go ahead on. I just gotta do you, Taylor. I just gotta hit it. Bam. Why don't they bring in hair historian in those classes? Yeah.
Well, first of all, in their defense, there's not many. There's no hair historians walking around, and at the end of the day, there's no books written on it unless it is gonna be merging the race or racial.
I just see the history. I agree. I see number 1A, B, and C as it's just kind of watered down. Mr. Cafele says now all of a sudden here comes the inclusion. Okay.
And they may be the last 3 states because, of course, in the Trump era, there's no one has incentive to play ball with any inclusion of anything. So it is behoove all of podcasters, and I will say, even we got to rev it up. My whole point is that history, you still have to ask, because like Kafele says,
All right.
inclusion
Okay.
has to be, it's just got to talk about the right thing. And what time period, what are we talking about, what country, because the multicultural is just letting you guys know. Multicultural actually is a very old word. It's a Latin word. It's not a new.
Yeah, I don't know who wrote this requirement. But Cheryl and I, we
assholes in the assembly.
Yeah, Cheryl and I, we're writing a bill now for Afro hair science. Here in Ohio. It ain't gonna look like that, I can tell you that much. But anywho, but this is an E for effort because they're starting somewhere. No one can argue with bacteriology, sanitation, types of bacteria.
Well, you gotta hit number A.
No, we just covered that in essence of time. So we just went through because history overview, ancient origins of braiding, traditional multicultural braid styles, and then the multicultural American hair experience. I thought your comments captured all of it, but if you want to make a point,
well, my whole point
in essence of time, go ahead, break it down.
No, you can just hit them right quick, but because they're all
you
listening.
hit them. I mean, what you just said. My concern is that it's just. I think it's the multicultural. I'm not. I'm not feeling it all together. That's just me off the rip. So go ahead.
So the ancient origins of braiding. Now, didn't you had Fatu come here, travel all the way from the Gambia, okay? And the ancient origins of braiding, they're gonna pick what origin, okay? They're gonna talk about all of that. Everybody was doing it, and they're not gonna be, because they're supposed to be talking about Black people's natural hair. So they should be talking about what? So what cultures? Is it going to be the Gambia? Is it going to be the Ivory Coast? Is it going to be Senegal? That kind of thing, in my opinion, is disingenuous once again. And so traditional multicultural braiding styles, what the is that? We don't know what that is.
That's why I said I'm not. The multicultural throwing me for a loop.
Right. And the multicultural, go ahead.
I just feel like they're pandering to people who really think
they're just making it up as they go.
All right. Okay. I feel like they're just trying to pander to that social media.
They're filling a hole because they understand that is probably going to be a little more. It's a money grab in terms of let's attract these, because of course the laws are not here trying to really improve any historical correction.
Right. And the reason why we're being so critical, guys, in case you're wondering, like, you want to show y'all always picking on shit, and the reason why is because the reality is when we are at work behind the chairs, you guys have got to understand customers today, they're not really for that, that Band-Aid, that status quo. No, they're not with this. They're asking some deep stuff behind these chairs.
Yeah.
The marketplace is demanding a more sophisticated technician. And the cosmetologist today, if you got an overview on ancient origins of braiding with all these scholars coming into hair salons, they're going to eat your up in that chair, okay? Traditional multicultural braid styles. The hair salons, it used to be this myth, like we just had these hood rats and wives and, soccer moms. The population has changed a lot in hair salons. We do have soccer moms. We do have at-home moms. We do have them. But we also have a higher thought thinking persons and peoples from all over the world are coming into salons now. So, Okay, you could take it away with the multicultural American hair experience.
What is that?
Did you just drop your ink pen?
Right? The multicultural American. Let's just start with that. The multicultural African American, the multicultural, and that these are signifying, these are words that as professionals, we have to catch. We don't expect the public to catch them. Okay. We as professionals, because we're not just professionals in techniques. We're not just in technique, in knowledge, in theory, in theorem. We are professionals in wordsmithing and how things are put to the public and how they are said. Because not only are they how they are said, how will it hit, like you say, Ladosha, the customer's ear? Because they're going to ultimately come in the chair and they're going to ask you questions. And then once things get undone and not addressed after decade, they're going to blame the professional, not the natural hair care provider. Yeah. The professional or the profession.
Yeah.
So the multicultural American hair experience, this is really trying not to address the very freaking reason why they had to mandate the shit in the first place. This is just trying not to do it.
And let me just say this. I know it was like a short minute notice, and it takes a minute for the politicians to respond. But you guys know that I did email these people to see if they would be interested in coming on. So perhaps they will respond if they want to come on and talk about this with us. So here is the let me go to media asset. Okay, so here is the one. This is politician is out of New York. Okay, his name is Jamal T. Bailey, and so he was for the bill. Though what we're talking about is in Louisiana. So this is a blanket, just overview, a generalization of why he supported the education, the bill, the House bill, the Senate bill right there in New York. So I did reach out to, it says message. So I emailed him, and perhaps he would be willing to come on and talk about this and share with us why, and maybe go a little bit more into detail. And of course, you got to start somewhere, right? And so maybe this is just the opening of the door, and as time goes on, things could possibly change, right, Cheryl? All right. Cheryl said maybe not. Okay. All right. So let's hear from some students, right? Oh, let me hold on. Let me put that back up because we're gonna get to that next video, Cheryl. So I want you to get through those points right quick. Okay. So go ahead, right quick. Go ahead because we got 4 more videos. Oh, there you go, Cheryl. Okay,
so bacteriology and sanitation, I think it's general. However, I do believe because of locks and because of braids and some of the cultural, and I don't want to use cultural, the ethnic differences in our braids versus everyone else's braids is that our hair grows differently. And so the bacteria and fungus, I think that they will be generalizing that in terms of the bacteriology and sanitation that everybody experiences. And they just threw it in there because I think that people who have locks have fungus issues.
Kafele, what do you think about that? Would you like to see more specifications around bacteriology and sanitation? I do think the lock hair is a whole, woo, baby Gina, Lord Jesus, child, honey, baby. Lord, because what we're seeing with these locks, I'm telling you, I mean, just the whole bothered and unkempt and unbothered movement is bringing on a whole, I mean, I'm seeing people coming in with knits, whew, good Jesus. Okay. So if you teach, if you do natural hair, share. Do you agree that this should be a little bit more detail oriented? And would you agree with Cheryl and I that there is something different about that lock hair, the new unkempt and unbothered hairstyles where they just don't comb it and they just let it be. That's a whole chain, walla balla boo bang. Okay, keep going.
Okay. The growth and reproduction of bacteria, to me, is strange. Why they would throw growth and reproduction. I think that is just a filler. Prevention of infection and infection control. Let me ask you guys a question. And did you guys get prevention of infection and infection control in cosmetology school?
Well, when they teach you sanitation to clean, you're gonna.
I know that.
Yeah.
I'm
I don't
saying,
think they use that word,
right,
that term.
right. And of course, in my opinion, that's disingenuous because I don't know why that is a little higher level than for something that's going to take 500 hours, in my opinion.
I would say so, especially prevention of infection. Woo-hoo. That's kind of deep, y'all. They ain't going like that.
A scalp would not experience infection. That is very weird. Anyway, use of it, right? Use of antiseptics and disinfectants and detergents. I don't know if that belongs in product development or because that's cosmetology. And but let me ask you guys a question. And that is pretty, and I think that's also high level because of that belongs in a specialty because of course that is akin to product removal. And I don't know if that one belongs there because of course that could be kind of ethnically sensitive.
I think they might just be speaking to the what's that, like that sea breeze type stuff. I'm just gonna be general. I think that's what they're talking about.
Right.
When they say antiseptic.
Right. But here we go again. If you are talking about natural hair that presents some issues in terms of
the hair itself.
Product. No, product. Because what other, because of course, once again, Black people's hair does not have the lack of hygiene pathology as other races of people.
Well, when they're not combing it, Cheryl, that would not apply. They're not washing it, No.
Antiseptic, disinfectant means that there is a sore, abrasion, cut, or some kind of issue on the scalp. But detergents is really troublesome for me because you don't know what Black folks use unless it's just weird. Client consultation, once again, it's based on style. And I'm just going to sum this up in terms of hair types and hair structure. This is based on white people's hair. They're going to turn it around and just put some distinctive features and say some things different in terms of. Now, this one is very, to me, more disingenuous because this is secular information that anyone can get. Because hair types and hair structure comes from the natural hair care world. It does not come from science.
All right.
Right. And so, my opinion.
All right. So replay this if you want to hear it step by step.
They do have diseases and disorders and shampoos. I didn't see that. Okay. It was hidden on my screen. Sorry.
Did you want to say one last comment about that?
Once again, you see the vernacular of the natural hair care world: shampoos, conditioners, herbal treatments, rinses for synthetic hair. Once again, this is all based on the last 25 years. This is all secular information, and unfortunately, once you get this type of and you ascertain, and maybe you go through the 500 hours, it's still going to be akin to the commercial market. This is not.
All right. Yeah. So this is very, as you guys can see now, again, this is Louisiana's outline within there now. Remember, this is required. You have to learn natural hair as a part of your education in cosmetology. So you're going to get the full gamut. Trish, when you talked about your experience in cosmetology school and how they included it, the problem with all of it, to me, at the end of the day, it's like you said, Cheryl, just be genuine and authentic and just start that hair education from what do you call it, Cheryl? The variation. There's only one type of hair and you have variations. And once you take your education down, then because it still looks black or white. And I don't like that. That's what I'm struggling with.
Well, here's the thing. And I think that because we had talked about the hair typing system, and that's one of the things that I think in the 21st century, Afro science has to combat. And so we are going to be coming out with our own hair
explanation.
Well, and it's an attribute. But we have it's named in with different words so it can better address what you guys need to know. But it is not connected to anyone's product. No, it's not connected to the commercial market. If I'm going to be educating you, it needs to be akin to a scientific.
Right. Yeah. I think the science would just be the better way. But you guys keep the chat going. It's looking pretty good over here on Instagram. We got to Carol Sloan Brown. What's happening? Mr. Scott Holcomb. Look at that, Scott. I didn't call you Mrs. Hot Comb. And then what's up, the boogeyman? I see you checking us out. And then my beauty is my beauty. Again, welcome, IG. We love that you guys are checking us out. Again, we are officially 72 episodes in, and we are talking about, are you tired of the natural hair education requirements? And as you can see, maybe this natural hair care education is just not quite what we think it is. And Cheryl says a lot of this is just looking more like they're just putting a foxy little band-aid or something that they knew they should have been doing all along. So here is our next video. Here the student is going to explain. Here's exactly another aspect of what she's being taught in cosmetology school. I have two videos that we can look at. So here's the first one. It's about a minute, guys. So check it out.
Everything I was taught in natural hair cultivation school. Cornrows. Feed in cornrow. Crochet braids. Flag twist. Box braids. Lock retwist. Two strand twist. Man to knot. Lock extensions. Comb twist.
Okay. Okay. That's what she's being taught in her natural hairstyling school. It was did you see how fancy that school was? My cosmetology school did not look like that, okay? They just took a big board and just put it across, okay? Hey, Madam Flair, that's my booski. Come on, baby. I saw that. Natural hair cultivation school. Come on, Confele. Come on. You said I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it from cosmetology. Oh, come on with the discourse. We loving it. We're loving it. We're loving it. He said, I'm tired of it. I don't know what you mean from cosmetology. That's a natural hair
again,
school.
As you
that's a natural hairstyling school. That's not cosmetology.
That is not, and it's not.
They are not teaching that in cosmetology school. I can tell you that much. Okay. Oh, there's our de facto producer. There she is, guys. There she is, Esther. Esther, I just told everybody to check out your
Cafele.
Your hold
Don't
on.
be telling nobody that's in cosmetology.
That is not a cosmetology school, Cafele. Here you go, right here. Esther.
Come on, Esther.
Woo, 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 woo. Got that Browns, that bootleg Brown. So that's our de facto producer. In case you guys are wondering, how do we come up with these ideals to do this and invite people on? Though we were not able to get a student today because Cleveland had a deep freeze. And so they had a difficult time getting all the students back together. But anywho, we're concluding this series as we talk about again. We are 72 episodes and it is all about are you tired of these natural hair educational requirements? Okay. And so we got a lot of, feedback in here. So here's what Trish says. Her program was traditional cosmetology. No one did. My instructor said 4A, 4C. Right. So they didn't use those terminologies. And then Taylor said the schools are teaching styles commonly associated with the African American race. All right, so that was one. Now here's another. These are natural hair school, guys. This is not cosmetology. These are the states where they are requiring education for natural people who are going to do natural hair styling. Okay.
Let me make one distinction.
Go ahead.
And I really want you guys to hear this. If white folks open them, shut your mouth. Just shut up. Because y'all are experienced. You guys are black. You guys grow it out your head. And if you, whatever you are, whatever you do in the cosmetology field, I don't care where you do it at, they're opening them. So shut your mouth. If you're not opening them, and if you're not doing it, I understand your frustration and your critique. Doesn't matter. They're opening up the schools, and they opening and they coming up with some real freaky ass names. So I mean, and I understand it, but it is what it is.
All right, so don't hate, congratulate. Okay, get on out there, open up them schools, guys. But I saw that natural hair cultivation. I said, "Woo, they getting it." All right, so here is another. This is another take on natural hair education and training in school. So here we go.
I'm a natural hair student. Of course, I pre-part my sections to make sure that I get it even.
I'm a natural hair student. Of course, when the instructor passes by, I get nervous. I start sweating.
I'm a natural hair student. Of course, hair is always getting tangled around me.
I'm a natural hair student. Of course, I'm going to use my magic fingers comb to part and measure my sections.
I'm a natural hairstylist. Of course, I'm going to be hyped when my first stitch braids come out fire.
Okay, now what was the difference in the schools? Let me just show a little clip. All right, just a little. This was the second school, and here's the first school. I'm just going to show a little bit, guys, and I want to hear you guys' feedback. Come on, Esther. Let me just give a couple of shout outs in the chat right quick before I show it. Taylor, come on, Eleanor. I want to hear from you, Madam Flair. Trish, I want to hear from you. Cafele, Real Roots. Come on, y'all, talk to us. Come on, Theo, LB Weekend. Y'all holla at your girl, Selena. My brothers, come on, guys. Okay, so that was the one school, okay? And here was the first one. Let's show it again.
Everything I was taught in natural hair cultivation school. Cornrows. Feed in cornrow.
All right. What was the difference in those two schools? Now, remember, Cheryl said if you're not part of the solution, you are part of the problem. So if you don't like these schools, we need to open up these schools if we're not liking it. Cheryl and I were working on being part of the solution by introducing House Bill 414. It may get a new number, but anywho, we are officially, trying to get in with some more lawmakers. Here was former state representative then, Elliot Forehand. So like Cheryl said, don't just complain, guys. You can do something. You don't just have to be in the discourse, but let's do something, okay? So let's see, what did the chat have to say? Come on, Instagram, wake up. What's up to Carol Sloan Brown? What did you think about the difference between those two videos? So let's see, with the two schools. Okay, so the mannequins looked a little bit different. Okay. Where's the education? Yeah, okay. Someone just said they liked the video. Okay. Cheryl, did you notice anything in the difference between those two schools?
Mm-hmm.
Share, and I'll share mine too.
One, the hair in the background, and there wasn't. Why were they using rat tails?
Although they both were doing braids, the other school was working on natural hair. So one had the other one had a little bit of both, the mannequin and okay.
You mean human hair on a human?
No, the second video they had humans. The African American school, those were humans.
Right. Yeah, right. But yeah.
I just overall, I'm gonna tell you right now, the cleanliness it's just the first thing that jumped out. Okay, you already know where I was going to go. Eleanor, Esther, Tondo, that school is in New York. Are you serious? Which one? Which school is in New York, dude? Quit playing. He was able to see. I was wondering. I didn't even think that was real. Which one, Kafele? Let's wait and see which one was in New York. You know that listen. Which one you think? Number 2? How many people think school in New York was number 2? Let me play the video while we're waiting for some responses because that was a really short video. Again, what school? Because Kafele said it was in New York. I think the first one because it was pretty fancy. New York be kicking up.
That don't mean nothing.
Well, New York be off the Richter scale, man. New York be kind of foxy. All right, the chat didn't. Kafele, which school do you?
Which one?
All right. Okay.
What did you say?
The second one. No.
I told you the one that was junky and nasty.
No, that ain't in no New York. Quit playing.
What was it? Is it in Brooklyn?
No. I am just see. I was with you, Madam Flair. I just knew it was number 1 because it was fly. I said that's New York. Though I didn't think we're either one school. Wow. Okay. Okay, here we go.
All over the floor.
Oh yeah, somebody said okay. They said lawsuits would be coming. Okay. Now I just put up the chat. The discourse in the chat is saying that there's some lawsuits might be. Oh, Sasha, I don't know what that is. Do you know what he's talking about, Cheryl?
That's the name of the school.
Oh, he said it's in Queens.
It's in Queens.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, so that second school. So I just don't like that whole we have braiders in the salon. Let me tell you something.
I'm just saying, why
we ain't gonna have no hair on the floor. We picks it up. That is just unacceptable. Yeah, now just come on now, dog. Come on, man. You know we say we got a theme every week, right? Every Thursday. What we not gonna do is right.
What we not gonna do.
What's this? What we not gonna do is okay. You ready? Y'all ready for what we not gonna do is? I just gonna put the little clip. I need to make a little video on that show. You got to help me out. Do something.
I'll help you. I'll help you.
What we not gonna do is, okay, speaking of cleanliness and all this other stuff, okay, and representing, okay, what we not gonna do in 2025 is do this. Can we please, Cheryl, get rid of those white jackets with those dang old trichologists? Get rid of the white jackets in trichology. Please let them go. Let them go. Let them go. This is what we're not gonna do is we're not gonna do this. I don't even know why they put them white coats on them and they so dingy and I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, not sorry. And Cheryl may not agree with me because we don't always agree, as you can tell. Let me have a drink.
I don't have a problem with the white coats.
I do.
I really don't. I think that it is it's a specialized skill. The problem is, do you guys know that the trichology education has not changed in about 200 years?
We just talk about them white coats.
And they wear the white coats because white people did it first. The white coats trichology has nothing significant to offer Afro science. But anyway, but the point is,
well, I did. I Googled. I said, why are they wearing the white coats?
Because they're clinicians.
They said the white coats supposedly represent pristine professionalism. It sets the tone for like trust. So this is what the white coats are. Right. Ladosha said, I'm sorry. I will not apologize. I do not like those white coats. So what I did, you're not saying what that's the issue. It's just it
does. Well, let me just say
the white coat.
But it's not that this white coat in and of itself. It's the fact that trichology means something else in Black salons and in the professional world. It just means something different. Yeah, they are hoity-toity. They are.
But they're not. They ain't.
I understand that.
It's taught in cosmetology school. I'm not even making this up. The white trichology is taught in cosmetology school. Now, they're getting a little extra. They're going to give you some more. We got the scope. We got that stuff too, guys. You can buy that stuff on you don't need a special license.
Right. But you're busting up the church's money on the trichology.
I know, but you can do that. So here's what I did, y'all. I looked up the white coats, right? And I wanted to know what was going on with the white coats. You know what came up when I just Googled it? Because I wanted to know, like, I remember in college them telling us about
to be
the
honest,
white coats kind of came out of the students showing up looking crazy. So somebody said, we got to stop this nonsense. So they said, put the white coat on them, right? So that was the beginning of the white coats, all right? It wasn't because it was about sanitation. It was because the students were showing up to graduate from college to get their doctorates looking in shorts and stuff. This is a true story, okay? So I went to Google. And so as soon as I typed in, why do doctors wear white coats? And guess what showed up? Doctors are saying, don't wear the white coats. Why? So I said, what are you saying? So I had to Google it. I had to. Now, I'm just saying. And I know because my doctor don't wear it either. My doctor come in. I had a Puerto Rican doctor. She just be coming in like, hey, what's up, Ladosha? You better not gain no more weight.
Right. She'll come in.
All right. So she doesn't wear that either. Okay. Now I'm just saying she doesn't. Okay. All right. What's up, Dr. Brown? Okay. Here you go. 3 reasons why doctors should not wear white coats. Or somebody said, let me put it up here. Can you see that, Cheryl? Mm-hmm. Okay, so they got some reasons that basically they're like, because they're nasty. when you're going from patient to patient and all this, that, and the third, it's like they're coming to find out that these white coats are not the pristine, sanitized, thing that they once thought it was.
It's for prestige, and it is for
It's
class.
kind of like
It's for
wearing
class.
gloves and
Yeah, it's for class separation. It's a uniform. It's for class separation. White.
There you go.
Is that's all it is. It's a uniform.
Okay. So, it's known that white coats leaves the pockets pathogens, often resistant, blah, 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 blah. Did that say Mercer? I'm not even going to open that up. Let me just stop that. Okay. Anywho, so I don't like it because I think it just misrepresents, especially if you really went to medical school and you really earned it. And I'm not saying you don't earn the education when you go to trichology school, but I had that trichology certificate.
And I think also it just sets improper expectations, and you're just not going to perform on that level because you can't prescribe, you barely can diagnose, and then you really can't prognose, and so then you really can't. You got to go to a dermatologist to do it.
You sure better. They better not be in there acting no fool up in there.
But you might as well do it under the auspices of a cosmetology license, which is the physician level license of hair.
She says, Esther says, I like the white coats. Maybe more cosmetologists should wear them. Bring Esther prestige to the occupation. Oh, they be dirty every day. Okay. When I went to get become a certified master colors, we did have to wear all white. And that's because if you dropped anything on the floor, you got it on you, you're not a colorist. And if you walk in our salon, are there color stains on our floor, Cheryl?
Nope.
Not a one. Whoop, whoop. We don't have color stains on it. Not that we don't occasionally, but we do not have color stains on our floor. The color of psychology. Okay. Doctors wear white coats because they don't. That's cute. That's cute, bro. Okay. So y'all say they should. I say what we not going to do is okay. So y'all, I've been voted out. Y'all say let them keep the white coats. Okay, I don't like it, but okay, if that's what y'all saying. All right, sure. They like, shut up, Key Lolo. I can take it. I ain't scared. Hey, sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. But when your last name is Wright, you know what that means, right? I know. I'm sorry. You think you're always right. What's up, Limitless Fatima? How are you over on Instagram? All right. So I said what we're not going to do is wear the white coats, and y'all said, shut up, shutting up. All right. Okay. Big round of applause for y'all in this one. Okay.
All right. Unanimous decision.
All right. Okay. Unanimous. They said, shut up, don't you? That's what we're going to do is we're going to continue to wear those white coats and wear trichologists. I ain't wearing one. Okay. I'm a cosmetologist. All right. All right. So at the end of the day, here's what we want to know.
What y'all going to do if wigs, braids go away? Ooh, look at.
So, when the trend goes down, will they close down these schools when this is no longer a thing?
Well, what will happen to the mandates? They will just. I think that we should ask this question. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Why does natural hair focus on style so much?
That did come up, and it's all in the chat.
Why does it focus on the artistic expression so much?
Yeah, I don't know who put that in the chat. I think, was that you, Madam Flair, or was that you, Taylor, that saying that it's just too much emphasis on the hairstyling. Now, at the end of the day, I think that's a powerful question.
Any guess?
Here is okay. Oh yeah, here you go. They're asking the question. Okay, but do they teach you about taking care of your hair? Okay. Oh, she said that we went there. Here it is again. Oh, that was you, Taylor. They are teaching styles commonly associated with African American race. Yeah, yeah. Okay, Cheryl. They are asking that question.
Money.
Ah.
All you are is money. They don't care about. Now, let me just say this. Do you guys think all of a sudden the assemblies in the state level, this is a states' rights issue, states do it by one by one by one by one because it's not on the federal level, it's on the state level. And so, since Ladosha and I have been in the trenches of this particular issue and how to shift it from the conversation of Afro science, the word science, the word Afro is missing out of the general of what all of these states, all three of them, have signed. Now, a real fact, right? I happen to know of the person in my state that led it in the House, in the State House, and I had to find out by through through the buzzing bees and through the grapevine, and how they got this done is that they went through a predominantly white association. Now, this assembly member is Black, and I believe wears natural or cultural hairstyle, Afro-centric hair style, and actually, I think her mother is also in state government, Secretary of State to be exact. And if this low-level bullshit bill, and they are who they are, you already know it's associated with just getting something soft, wet, and pink.
Oh, the other thing,
that's what I basically call it. But you are only the states are only concerned by getting the students educated so they can get jobs and
working for somebody, right? So here, so go ahead. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry.
And you are just a style. Now they're gonna throw in. Now, just make sure that you guys understand how this works. They're going to throw in bacteriology, multicultural African American experience, the history of braid. They're going to fluff the hours, so they're going to fluff it so they can teach various things, so they can say they're teaching something. But the main goal is to focus on, in the first video you showed that lovely, fabulous young lady. She was saying, this is what and it was all style heavy. She's not being wowed by theorem and theory, anything objective, data, any scientific things to remember and approach. And so that, in my opinion, once again, and I'll be quiet, but I will say, it's attached to consumerism.
So you're saying the education that's centered around braiding, locks, twists, coils, that's all.
How they could teach so they could go do something for money.
Because the
not
school,
know something, not become an expert, not to become an
and the school would have the clinic, so the school would get money off of the students styling those styles in the school. So they're prepping them. Now, this is very interesting, guys, because of course we know that number. He ain't 45 no more. What is he number? Who? I don't know these numbers.
47.
Okay. So he is number 47, right? So here is what we all are talking about, what number 47 just passed, right? So Trump revokes workplace discrimination rules enacted by LBJ, Lyndon Baines Johnson, in 1965. And so what does that mean for the Crown Act?
It means that it's going to force us to get smarter, get brighter, and start understanding what we're really up against. And that means that the schools, the learning institutions, on the collegiate level and on the public school and private levels, okay? So more at the charter school level and workplace, okay, can be able to have what we call the preserve and reserve the right to choose according to how they want to. And they can be
So
able
in other words, you're talking real foxy. Come on, break it down for
to, what do you mean, Foxy?
you. Like they're gonna have the right to choose. Who's gonna have the right to choose?
The Crown Act never addressed dress codes. It is protected by the first, the Constitution, and second, the Supreme Court. The Crown Act, once again, and I will say it.
So will this help the Crown Act? Is basically what I'm asking.
How something's going to help the Crown Act and it revokes? I'm confused. You asked me.
I'm being cynical while you going through all of it. I'm like,
you know what I mean? Well, and believe me, I do believe that all Black people thought that the Crown Act was brilliant.
The Crown Act is dead, guys. It's not gonna happen. We try to tell y'all.
First of all, that the dead is not a word that I would use. I would use dumb. Once again, you got to stop your officials. You got to stop your politicians in your state for passing what we call, legislation that is soft, wet, and pink. Just stop passing bullshit laws just so you guys are getting a paycheck. Because then, once again, because if you think we got embarrassed, if you think Daryl George out of Texas, state of Texas, you think he's going to school, he ain't going to school.
He really ain't going now.
He's going to
graduate. Taylor is agreeing with you. She is definitely she says the grifting is so that people can eventually go and slap 100 a million basically products on people's head. This is definitely a money grab. Going back to that whole point with these schools just teaching braiding styles. So Esther says, I don't think it matters that Trump repealed it when the Crown Act was never constitutionally valid to begin with. Ooh, gone de facto. We've got to go back to the Constitution Bill of Rights when moving on these issues. Okay.
Well, and it's so profound that she would say that. But here's the thing. You don't have Bill of Rights to go back to. The Bill of Rights was gone with 9/11. Bill of Rights, you've been spied on. There's so many other things that are gone out of the Bill of Rights. But let me just say this. If we know what we're up against, which is dress codes, Daryl George, the little boy in Texas, is not in a discrimination lawsuit. He's not in a hair discrimination lawsuit. He is in a length lawsuit. I don't know what we keep screwing up that word for. The boy is in a gender-based lawsuit. Because if Daryl George was Diana, he'd be in school. Because a girl can wear her hair past her ears.
So
you use the Crown Act because they just the attorneys, the writers, the lawmakers, the legislators, and the dumb asses who give them money to make them look like they doing something, like Dove and Unilever. They didn't address the issue that Black people specifically deal with, and that's while at work and while at school.
So this would not have mattered either way, whether Trump revoked it or kept it. At the end of the day, the Crown Act probably was not going to happen, though. Kamala, former Vice President Kamala Harris, and former President Joe Biden said they would pass it if it got to their desk and make it federal. They were going to do it.
But it's a bad bill.
Right. I'm just saying overall, but now this I just don't see it happening. So if you're pro the Crown Act, good luck. Keep us posted, okay? But I think that right there just kind of put the nail in the coffin on that one. Trump revokes workplace discrimination rules enacted by LBJ in 1965. A bunch of those executive orders. I don't know what all he did, but he did a lot, okay? And you got to know. Here you go. Teach, Dr. Morrow, teach. Um, so there you have it. Content heavy here. At the end of the day, are you tired of natural hair education requirements? It's a unanimous yes, you guys are tired of it because of the simple fact they're pretty much focusing around hairstyling. They're not going further into detail with anything. And I'm loving the soft, wet pink analogy. I just love that when she says that.
Wait a minute.
Every time she goes soft, wet pink, I'd be like, ooh.
I think Black people as a whole, when you say Afro hair science, they go, "What you talking about, Willis?" I really don't think that I think they think that we're stretching. I think they think we're reaching. I think that they really do think that their hair is only technical and practical. I really do.
That's really, it's part of the course given when you're under the European. That is what you're going to be taught, because like she said, we're not writing the books, or we did write the book, but we're not fighting to make sure that the books were included. Like she said about these schools, if we don't like what we're seeing, what's happening, guys, you have got to open up the schools. You see what's happening. There's so much more technology that's needed. Like when you look at all the hair that's on that floor, wouldn't it be nice if we had some education that that taught us, invent a machine that could get that hair? Because they do have a machine that you could sweep the hair, that'll suck the hair, because we had it, but it's not for synthetic hair. There's so many inventions that need to be needed beyond hairstyling. We talked about this. I want to try really hard to find somebody from over in Korea or Japan that can really show you guys how they have taken barbering and cosmetology to what Cheryl is saying, way beyond, the technical part of just styling.
Japan is
they're now into perfume making. They've moved to making skincare products. I mean, they're really doing this stuff, guys. And so it's just a lot. But Wike says right now, help change the narrative about what this educational requirements of natural hair by doing this right now. Here we go, guys. And this one. Sorry. This one, I'm sorry, Esther. One day we gonna have us a studio, and you're gonna be back there with some scripts and everything. Don't worry, Esther. We gonna have real people. It's coming, Esther. Just stick with us, baby. We gonna go someplace. We're gonna have our own show one day, a real show. Yeah, they want to teach us what we know. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's fire. They want to teach us what we know. Yeah, a lot of people already know some of this stuff. That's a mic drop situation. Thank you, Cheryl. Different ethnicities do have different characteristics for sure. Asian hair, for example, has to be colored differently than Caucasian hair. You better say that. Yeah, but they don't want to talk about that. And Cheryl talks about that. They'll tell us hair is hair, right? They do teach. It's just hair. It's just keratin. But when it comes to working with it, then what, Cheryl?
Man,
all bets are off. They changed that. You are right, Esther. They will change that up really, really, really quick.
Techniques and processing times and approaches and thought processes, and your calculations have to be quite different all of a sudden.
Right. When is the next Afro Hair Summit? We are working on that with Beauty Under One Roof, and we've already kind of talked about the focus is going to be on scalp care and hair loss. So that's going to be the focus, and now that's in Texas. But just stick around.
A lot of different wonderful scientific anatomy and posters and information. It's going to be sexy.
Yeah, so we're working on that. That's a little bit waste, but we are doing that. Working on as much as we can. Anywho, guys, we won't be back here next week. What's up, Wilkins? I'm messing up. Wilkins Shakita over on Instagram. How you doing? If you guys just came in, don't forget watch this one again. This one was really content heavy. Cheryl, as always, you did a dynamic job. I love the way you kind of hit us up with that end with that crown act. That's just very powerful. So much. And can you conclude us out as with your thoughts about our hair being more than just braiding, twisting, locking? It's just, to me, to focus Afro hair on braids, twists, locks, coils, all that. It's kind of like how they say they focus the history. They talk a lot about slavery, and that's just one little, you know, flip, giving the vastness, of history and contributions that was put into, Africa, the continent. So, and that's to be, the hair goes along with that, it's so much more. And
So much more.
the Afro hair science, it blew my mind because I just couldn't wrap my brain around what else could there be. You just color it, straighten it, slap it up, flip it up, rub it down. But you're saying that ain't even the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
So can you close us out with why textured hair, Afro hair, whatever, natural hair, because it is about natural hair, why is it beyond color and styling it and combing it, and
when you're teaching it, you teach beauty and the art of adoring. You teach why your hair curls. Why does it move in water? Why does it do all the various things that it does? And why are the different hair textures on just so many different people, or different textures in the whole continent? Is it so diversified? Why does nature choose curls over straight hair? How does that come to be in terms of the genes and the chromosomes and what it takes? A person, why is the scalp, why does a black baby has to go through almost 4 to 5 metamorphoses just to get to an adult hair? And why
why
does hair
why
change?
certain combs don't work? I mean, it's every question I always wanted to know why it's getting answered through Afro hair science.
Yeah. And so all of those questions are scientifically answered, anthropologically answered, chemically answered, you know what I mean? Environmentally. There's so much lexicon and words that you guys are not using and that you don't know to use that would further really get to the crux of what you guys always felt was there, but you just didn't have the language for it. And so that is why the science portion, because it's not subjective. It's not about your feelings. And we do know that the artistic expression is about that. But if I, in combination, can take your subjective feelings and actually give you some real cosmetic credence to it, and why it is, and why it does, and how it does, and it all makes sense, and then you'll start having a different perspective. You'll start wanting to look at things a different way. The relationship with your hair changes, and just with blackness altogether. And that is what a true education is supposed to do.
Yeah, it's empowering. It's very liberating. Yate of Real Roots TV, she took a course with us online, and she can testify that Kafele was also there in the first one, and it was mighty powerful. And so it's just time, and we understand that a lot of people are not aware that the Afro hair science even existed. But remember, this was already approved by the United States government in 1967, correct, Cheryl? 65 or was it 67?
Oh, you mean the Pentagon?
Yeah. I'm sorry, the Pentagon. When was that? 1960.
That was 1968.
1968. I'm all over the place.
And let's be clear too, that was consumerism, but
Mm-hmm.
nonetheless, it made a cultural evaluation, and it said that this is not just part of just what they do and how they do it. This is about their well-being. This is about their attitudes, that how they feel, their thoughts and emotions. And so that is the what happened in that era. The Afro era is worthy of a lot of examination, but we act like it's just what the Black Power salute and an Afro pick. It is so much more vast in terms of what it meant to the world, because the Afro is the most diverse worn hairstyle. That means when Black people wore their Afro hair, didn't try to make it Carol definition, didn't try to put no pudding and no nothing crazy in it. When they used a pick that was from their homeland and they just wore the Afro hair the way it grew, which means kept it at your birth texture, right? Okay. When that happened, Jewish people wanted to do it. Europeans wanted to do it. Mexicans wanted to do it. Latinos wanted to do it. Everyone in the world, even so much that hairstyle freed the minds and was really called the sixth man in the revolution. But that's just in terms of, that's why, but the natural hair movement of 25 years ago, and I call it the Y2K, they never investigated it.
What about this question here? So do you feel this Afro science language should be shared with our clients during their visits?
Well, of course. And I know that once the professional and the clinician learns it, they will be able to have a broader description to be able to match what the clients are once again trying to say. And then you can fill in the blanks now. You can't fill in the blanks because they lead for more questions. And people, you guys know, real education from a natural centric perspective has a ring of truth to it. It feels different in your body when you hear something and you go, oh, okay, so that's why.
Yeah, I can just tell you guys, I had the most profound aha moments. Here's my top 3 profound aha moments in the Afro hair science. Number 1 was how to clean it. Excuse me, I know we're gonna get a strike for this, but I'm sorry. I ain't gonna cuss because my boss gonna get me, but it effed me up. Okay, I fought that. I fought it. I said, ain't no way. Sure, you got me. Ain't no way, baby. That was number 1. Okay. Number 2, what just blew my mind was, you know how everybody's gray hair. That's not, because remember, natural hair people aren't using chemicals, but that white hair is yellow. And everybody was like, it's the heat, it's this, is that. Boy, when we learned what was making that hair yellow, oh my gosh. And the customer, the response, the excitement has not left our salon to this day. And then the third one, which I just could not understand for the life of me, was when you process certain types of Afro hair, why it would do certain things. And I recall in my education to become certified as a master colorist, I really wanted to know, like, that moved fast, or this did, and they would be like, and I just, and even my proctor, I love him. Even he was telling me that, like Cheryl said, you don't move, don't get too stuck. And he was white. He is white. Like, don't you do that, because but I was afraid to do it, but I didn't know why. And so when I learned Afro hair science, even though he didn't have the answer, he knew that I should know and that I had to go and get it. You know what I'm saying? And it was just it was just powerful. And you can't learn this stuff on a YouTube channel. You have to sit and be lectured. You have to be quiet and take notes. I mean, it's just truly different from the other types of, I'm not knocking cosmetology education. Please don't. I'm not saying that, but it's just different. And so, and it was just absolutely, yeah, I'm with you. Girl, listen here. The yellowing and gray hair is why purple shampoo is recommended. Girl, don't you believe that? You got to get that Afro hair, baby, because no comment on that one. Yeah, I even have purple shampoo in my product line, but I stopped selling it after the Afro hair science. I don't use that anymore. And I'm with you. If she adopt you before me, it's gonna be some shit. I'm sorry, I had to cuss on that. But to your point, as we wrap it up, here we have Cosmo Prof. I went to go buy some color today, and look, and this is what Cheryl was talking about when she said that whole, Black power. See how the models are real like attitudinal and like, yeah, I got my natural hair, but when you look and I just find this stuff quite comical now that I mean, everything in here is now. I think who was that in the chat? Is it Taylor? Are you, Madam Flair, that's talking about the money grab? Now, this is all you see. Before, when you were going to Cosmo Prof, you would never see this stuff. And now you can't open up. Now, look at the white girls. Look at how sexy they look. Ooh, y'all see that? Mm-hmm. But look at us. I got a go nameplate that said, I wish you would. Real attitude. Mm-hmm. Like we just can't be happy and sexy with our hair. So the money grab is very real, not a joke at all.
And let me just say this before you end.
Mm-hmm.
You have to teach Black people, Black adults who are in a trade. They are professionals, right? You got to educate Black people different, because you have to make sure that you are fully aware of what is going to block their new set of information. So you have to take them through a process of unlearning, because you can't get anything. It's not even physically possible to just keep pumping new information. And to get Black people, and I just want to let you know, and I applaud your brilliance, okay? Because you're starting quite more brilliant than any other person in the world, because you have to be to even survive. But to be able to have the art and understanding before you teach them, you have to take something out so they can have the space, okay? And it's not for the faint at heart, because of course, Key Lolo, you were right there with me in the Afro Hair and Science Summit in terms of your teaching portion. But you have to make sure that they have the capacity and the space to understand. So even the professor or the person must be aware that, okay, now I know they're going to fight me on this because it's there and they've only learned and they only have known something. And that is quite difficult to do when you need to get it in their head real quick.
Trish said you could learn it from a YouTube channel if it was taught by a qualified professional.
I agree. But here's the thing. Teaching adults, Black people are different. Black people have so much in there, but here's the difference. You have to give them the perfect analogies. You have to give them you can't give them no niggatheticals. Don't give Black people niggatheticals. Okay.
I didn't come up with that word.
They're gonna bust your ass. You're gonna be sitting there arguing, and it's gonna go down a rabbit hole because Black folks can argue. No, I'm saying, and I'm attesting it to brilliance. I understand you got a lot of genetic memory in there, a lot of RAM. I get it. However, but you know, in terms of, because you have to interact with them, because also Black people have a lot of muscle memory. And so they are conditioned to do things a certain way alongside of being intellectually applying something.
Right.
And so as my father would say, you know, I got the degree, you know, in Negroology. I am approaching it already knowing that you have something blocking. And I need to take that out. We need to talk about it. We need to interact. And you could do it on YouTube, however. But I need to have a bag of nickels and hit my people on top of the head, because at the end of the day, you know exactly when when we enlighten and that illumination happens, and you go, in that very moment, that eureka moment, that is where you've always known it. You just didn't know. And that is how other races of people can hide things in your face and you don't even see it.
Yeah. And the thing about it is that the Afro Hair Summit, you know, is attended, you know, from all ethnicities. For real. I'm not even, you know, trying to, you know, but anywho, I think everybody just had their eureka moments. And for licensed professionals, because we know we are undereducated, it was to me, it was powerful for all of us from different walks of life, you know, doing different types of services, working in different capacities, earning different incomes with different life experiences, because we were trained in cosmetology. When we would get that illuminating moment, that we all could look to each other and really relate to that moment of liberation and freedom, to that next level.
And sometimes, and you need to be in private too.
Right, but because the other thing too, because it's an unspoken sisterhood and brotherhood in the industry, contrary to popular belief.
Mm-hmm.
People think that white people and Black people, and we have it's a family. You know, we have our discourse, like, you know, cousins get at it, and you know, mamas and them get mad, and so on and so forth. But we still family though.
Yeah.
And so it was
right.
it's beautiful when, you know, and you know, all the different sexualities and just religions, everything was up in there. Doctors was up in there. But because we all had that standard white man's, that European, you know, PEN.
Right.
Yeah,
and I'm respectful of that, because that's what we know.
Right. Yeah.
And that everybody wasn't born with a Mr. Morrow.
Right.
I get it.
Yeah.
However, we are going to peel it back. So for me to teach you how pH applies, why it applies, I have to make it make sense to you, so you don't remember it. See, memorization education is not the same as knowledge. It's just not.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you have it. As we wrap it up, we can say, please do not forget to hit, hold up, Trish. Do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Cheryl is dropping knowledge. You guys rocked it out with us as usual. And in conclusion, I'm gonna let Trish get the last word. She says, we are learning from Cheryl every week on this channel. It's not a course, but we are learning new information. And that is what Planet Pluto Pseudo is all about. Sometimes, you know, we just all have different school of thoughts, and we are not saying that we are the coup de grace, you know, like everything is coming through us. We are not the gatekeepers here, but we are letting you know that we are just two individuals who are introducing a new school of thought. Planet Pluto Pseudo is for the industry and the hair aficionados, like all of you are in the chat. And we know that we have more to bring to the table, and we just need someone who can illuminate us and tap what Abraham Hicks says, get tapped in, tuned in,
and turned
on. That's it. That's what we're talking about here. And we love you too. We really do. Eleanor, we appreciate you so much. Yeah. Yes. All right. Good night, everybody. We won't be here next Thursday, but we will be back on Monday. And
Yes.
so February the 6th, we'll resume with Dr. Joy Scott. And it's all about wellness and nutrition. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. Cheryl, I love you so much. I truly do.
Too.
All right, everybody, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You guys are the best, and I love you guys so dearly. All right. Oh, you know what we said? We're signing out. Rockefeller, good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is best.
Welcome to Planet Pluto.